Well, everybody, we are playing the Auston Holleman theme song while we're waiting for the chat to build up. I see we already got a comment here. It's good to see your growth. A year ago, when you first started traveling, you were so naive and ignorant. Haha. I'll give it to you a little bit. We're going to turn this song off when we get 100 people. You were watching the video for the 110. Here we go. That saying that, yes, we about to get into it today. About to get into it today. About to get into it today. I know it's kind of hard to hear me. Oh yeah, I know it's still early, but I'm gonna be on here for a while. I gotta get up early and go to the gym, and I got some meetings. Okay. So we'll turn the music off completely once we get about 100 people. Oh my God, am I being shadow banned? There's only 25 people in here watching. No, share the video. I tell you what it is. It's the thumbnail. Thumbnail didn't do it right. Let's go ahead and start with my mind first. So, to give a little update, we are still fasting. You guys know I almost didn't eat any food today. And if you have not started fasting, it's a life-changing experience. I recommend that you start today. Start fasting today. That's the best decision I made so far this year. Now, I hope you guys are liking the Kenyan content. I know because there's no women in the videos that people will watch less. But what you guys don't know, the reason that I'm keeping it that way, here's what I've noticed about my YouTube, and I said this before. Less women in the video, YouTube is paying me more. I don't know why, but what I get paid per 1,000 views has doubled since I started putting less women in the videos. There will be women in the videos, but I think I might limit that to like one a week. Same way how I was in Senegal for 7 days, and on the 7th day I posted a woman in the video. I didn't do that purposely. That's just how that happened. I think we're going to continue to do that. Now, what is the benefit of me doing that? Hold on. Can you make a thumbnail for my live? Now, the benefit is I'm less stressed out trying to find women. Way less stressed out. Guys, if you guys know me, yeah, I am getting different types of advertisers. You guys know that I don't really do emotions, right? It's not that I'm a robot, but I like for stuff to be the same every day. And I know that people are not the same every day. But when it comes to, oh, Auston, I don't like what you said to me earlier, so take my video down. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. And the amount of positive comments I'm getting just off showing you guys the Matatu bus, the elephants, the safaris, the food and all that. The amount of love I'm getting from doing that is better than what I was getting with the women. Yes, because what was I getting with women? Yes. What was I getting with women in my videos? I was getting a lot of dudes that was pumping the women's heads up. Let me say this too. There's been some women that's been on my channel that are not as pretty as y'all say they are. Just being honest. And you guys have pumped their head up, and then that reflects in the personal relationship me and that woman have. And now she think her shit don't stink. And I'm not dealing with it. So, less women in the videos. My message is still the same, but I'm diversifying my audience. Yes, dudes be thirsty in the comments. Diversifying the audience. We got the dudes that want to watch women. We got the dudes that want to watch food. We got the dudes that want to learn about animals. We got dudes that want to learn about how much the rent costs in Africa. Diversify. I could show you guys, but I'm not going to show you guys my income. But I could show you guys. If he take a hit in that cigar, he about to tell the truth. Yeah. I usually don't like to smoke cigars while I'm doing this because I'll get too relaxed. But I think right now I'm in a good state right now. Now, yes, they think every girl's cute, and that's just not the case. Tomorrow, you guys know I've been putting out 2 videos a day. The only reason I'm doing this live is because I went to a Swahili restaurant in Sarit Center Mall, and I recorded me trying the food, and then I had some more food here, but the vlog was only like 4 minutes long. I could have talked more, but I guess I didn't think of it. So I'm not uploading a 4-minute video. Then I'd have to sit down and talk. So I was like, why don't I just get on here and talk and engage? Because I told myself I go live 2 times a week, at least. And I believe this is the second time when it's within 7 days. I think it was Saturday last time I went live, or Sunday, one of them. I think it was Sunday. But I'm meeting with the editor. He's in Nairobi. The benefit to this is I can record. I got to get a day ahead though for the way how I want to do this. So I might skip a day, or I might upload and work a little hard and do a day ahead. Tomorrow we're gonna meet. I'm gonna show him how like the videos edited. He has a decent price that I can work with, that the videos are making money off of, and I can still profit off of it. But the benefit is let me turn the chat off because I keep paying attention to your comments. The benefit is now I can put out 3 and 4 videos per day, showing you guys more, which means I'd have to travel more, which means I stay more active, which means I have less time for women, more time for money. You guys know you can go broke chasing women, but you'll never lose women chasing money. So anyway, I legit have not. I've been working so much. I have not had. You guys have noticed I have not posted any TikToks, Facebook Reels, or Shorts on YouTube because I've been working on my long videos, and I've been trying to figure out, because the long videos is what makes money and it's longer content. Short form videos, TikTok and all that, that's just good to for exposure, but it's not good for income. Now that we got about 134 people watching, that's what I like to see. Let's answer this first super chat. Hey, Austin, any Arab countries on your list? Absolutely. One of them being Israel, Pakistan. What's the other one? Of course, Dubai, but that'll be like that'll be on my second go around. The expensive, very popular destinations like Tulum and all that, I'll do that on the second go around. Like the first go around, I want to do. You guys notice I'm going to countries a lot of people don't go to. How many people in this space have been to Zambia, or how many people in this space have been to Rwanda in Uganda. Yes, I'm not the first person, but for example, you don't see many passport bros because I'm still associated with that space on YouTube, no matter what nobody says. They don't go to those off the chart destinations. They go to the same places: DR, Colombia, Brazil, Thailand, Philippines, and they usually don't go to Africa or Europe. And if they do, it's I don't actually don't know what country they go to in Europe. But I'm gonna do the off the chart destinations. The thing is, the thing is, sorry, I'm reading the chat. The thing is, traveling around Africa, trying to go to the off the chart destinations is very expensive. So I'm gonna give you guys some insight. I'll never tell you guys how much I make, but I will tell you how much I've spent. The reason I came back to Kenya, number one, is because I have an apartment here. My apartment rent is like $647 or $674, somewhere around there per month. I have a good fan base and I get a lot of love. Guys, when I went to the safari today, the guy that I had in my last video, he had somebody call him and say, "Hey, I seen Austin's video. Everybody at my church watches him." So this Sunday, I'm gonna go. There'll be a Sunday church vlog. I'm gonna go to that church and I'm gonna do a church vlog, and we're gonna see what type of love he was talking about. The kids know I love them just as much as they love me. Look at the comments. They love me too. I love them too. That's why I'm still here. You can't make it up if you ain't went nowhere. That's why I'm still here. I got everything I need right here in Kenya, especially Nairobi. Between Ghana and Senegal, I want everybody to take a guess on how much it cost me to go pay the visa, the Airbnb, and the flights, and just spending money on the town. Just take a guess. It's somewhere in the thousands. Take a guess on what you think I spent. You can't remove yourself from Mount Rushmore. Thank you very much, Arterwheel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't remove myself from that. So I'm seeing in the chat 7,000, 2,000, 5,000, 3,500. Anonymous says 5,000. I reckon Austin's make about 20K a month minimum. No. But it's coming. Especially with posting 2 or 3 videos a day. Every time YouTube updates what your next check will be every morning. And I'm like, yeah, fuck those women. I'm gonna keep posting 2 or 3 videos a day. I spent $6,000 in total going from here to Ghana to Senegal and back here. Do you know 1,000 of those dollars, nearly 1,000 of those dollars is what it costed me to get back to Kenya from Senegal? So whenever I first started joining like the passport bro groups and all that, and people be like, "Why don't you ever go to Africa?" And I heard people say it's expensive. I used to be like, "Oh, that's an excuse." It's not expensive if you go to one country, no. But if you go to what I'm doing, if you go to 7 countries in 4 or 5 months, it'll make you sit your ass down somewhere. Let's compare it to Asia. I went to 4 Asian countries in 4 months: Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Cambodia. There was no visa fee to get into Thailand. There was no visa fee to get in the Philippines. The visa fee for Vietnam, I believe, was like $40, and the visa fee for Cambodia was $30. We all know cost of living is cheap in all those countries. Let's go back to Africa. First African country I stepped foot in, Tanzania, $100 for the visa. For 90 days though. And it's multiple entry. You can leave and come back. As much as you want, from my understanding. To go to Uganda, Rwanda, and Kenya, $150. Had I broke it up, it would have been $50 for Kenya, and I think it would have been it was a deal to do 150. Put it like that. I think it would have been 200. You're right. Visa fee isn't the issue, but it's part of the issue. I got those. Zambia was free to fly into. Ghana was $200 to get into. That's if you got the expedited visa. You guys know I like to leave pretty much like that. I don't book my trips out weeks in advance. Now that I'm deciding to stay here in Kenya, I can plan where I'm going next, and I can buy all the stuff ahead of time. Which the next country is South Africa, which I don't think you need a visa at all for that. Was there a visa fee to get into Senegal? No visa fee to get in Senegal. But as much money as you'll spend in Senegal, you're gonna feel like you did pay a visa fee. Now, I don't remember what I think it was only $400 or $500 to come from Bangkok to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. That's fine. That's going halfway across the world, no problem. To go to the next country, Kenya. The next country, 1 hour flight. That flight starts at $400. If you book it within 2 weeks, that's within 2 weeks. To go from there to Uganda, it's another $400. To go from there to Rwanda, it's another $400. To go from Rwanda back to Kenya is $500. To go from Kenya to Zambia is $400. To go from Zambia, these are one ways, one way. So I came back to Kenya after that. That was another $400, $350, something like that. It wasn't cheap. 2 hour flight. To go from Kenya to Ghana was damn near $600, I believe. To go from there, Ghana, to Senegal was $500. To come back from Senegal to Kenya was $800. I believe it was $860 to fly from there to there. Now I thought to myself, what if I just fly? What if I just fly to Nigeria first? Oh, just to get to Nigeria from Senegal was $1,100. So I was like, let me try Morocco. $1,100 that way as well. Let me try Sierra Leone. Oh, that was $900. So just in flight fees, I've spent around 4,000, I think, since April. And we got to throw in Mombasa too. That was $300. No, it was $150. I'm sorry, round trip. Let's talk about the Airbnbs. The Airbnb in Tanzania, I stayed there 5 weeks. I spent $1,300 on the Airbnb there. Dar es Salaam is not as cheap as people. If you want to stay near stuff, and I wasn't even in a tourist zone and I was paying that. You guys seen where I stayed in Dar es Salaam. It was a dirt road outside, and I thought it was dangerous because it looked pretty poor in that area. Let me turn on the chat. In Kenya, it got a little better with the prices, I would say. I stayed in Westlands, which is the well-known tourist zone. For 10 days, I think I spent $400. Okay. But now I have an apartment in Kenya, 10 minutes from the with no traffic. 10 minutes from the tourist zone. $670 for a 2-bedroom, fully furnished. If I didn't get it furnished, it would have only been like $300 for a month. That's why I got an apartment here, because I love Kenya, so I plan to be based out of Kenya this whole time. Unless if I find somewhere I like better, which I doubt, because everything I need is right here. Uganda, thanks to O'Shea, was covered. Rwanda was cheaper. It was about $300 for 10 days for a spot that had roaches. I'm not saying all of Rwanda is like that. I'm just saying the spot that I had. And a fucking mosquito flew in my damn ear at the same time every single night. It used to piss me off. But it was not that far away from everything. Zambia was about $350 for 10 days. Ghana was around $400 for 10 days, but then I extended it another 7 days. And that still ended up being more than the first spot, another $400. But it was in a better location. Senegal was around $450 for 10 days. That's flights and accommodations. Let's not forget, I was drinking a lot too, almost daily. I think on average, I was spending $1,000 a week between food, Ubers, and alcohol. That's part of the reason why y'all see I didn't give up the cigars, but I did give up the alcohol. Because number one, I can smoke this cigar and not wake up sick or not wake up not giving a damn. Because when you guys know when you drink alcohol, you stop giving a damn about important stuff. You just start feeling like unmotivated and just like, fuck it. I didn't feel like that. I smoked this cigar, and the after effect, even if I smoke it too fast, might last tops an hour. I wake up in the morning like nothing happened. And it's not killing my liver, from my understanding. And I can smoke one of these for $10, or I can go get a drink at a very nice spot around here for $8, and I'm not going to drink one drink. Now I will, because I've controlled the drinking now. When I was in Senegal, I spent, without going to the tourist zones, I spent $100 per day. Okay, that's $700 just moving around, eating, not drinking. But then let's throw in, okay, I'm doing more touristy content. I want to show you guys the slave dispatch area, the Goree Island. It's like I call it the dispatch because that's where they went before they went everywhere else in the world, or in the West, I should say. I had to pay that guy to be in a video. I only paid him $40, right? But $40. Then the ferry and all that was probably another $20. That's $60 on top of the $100 I already spent. Now it's at $160. Now I am benefiting more because those videos do pay me more, so that's fine. Then throw scams on top of that. Let's get into the scams, but let's read some of these super chats and comments first. Weed is not legal in Kenya, no. He's got a good sized audience. He should be able to negotiate some travel discounts. Now, about that, my place in Zambia, I did get a discount, not enough for me to call it a success. I do get free meals when I go review these restaurants, or if I'm going to get a service done, I will reach out and say, hey, I'm an influencer, I'll promote it. I just want a teeth whitening, clean and whiten my teeth. Save me some money. But there you go. I do that. Now I will say hotels because I'm actually starting to like hotels more than Airbnbs. Me staying in a hotel, for some reason, when I reach out to hotels, they never respond back. I've contacted airlines, they respond, but they don't respond with an answer yet for some reason. So I got to keep constantly calling them. African Airlines, to be specific, Ethiopia and Kenya Airways. I've been trying to reach out to Kenya Airways for the longest. Win by all costs from Trey D. Thank you very much for the $10 super chat. I will. Thanks, bro. Blessings. Thank you, Philly Vision, for the $2 super chat. Thank you very much. Blessings to you as well. So, people are saying they hope I stay afloat. I do have money saved, right? I'm not moving on the last penny. I would never do that. But I'm not gonna lie, I did come back to Kenya because I want to double my income before I leave, which that's pretty much working so far. I want to double my income and then so I can travel a lot more comfortably, which I am comfortable. That's why I keep traveling, but I want to be even more comfortable. Now, somebody just asked a question. Oh, somebody said rent an apartment in Kenya. I mean, buy an apartment instead of renting. The reason I'm renting an apartment in Kenya, number one, is because I'm only signing a few months at a time. When I was in Brazil, I signed a year-long lease. And then 4 months later, you guys know I was in a bad situation. And I was thinking to myself, wow, like shit, I got that lease I still got to pay. Luckily, my landlord there knew about it. She wasn't too happy about it, but she said I could come back. So I guess she had short-term anger. She was like, no, I understand. I'll go ahead and break the lease for you. So I was able to get out of there. But everybody might not be that way. And we're going to touch on this one too. He says Ghana seems to have the most scams. We'll touch on that. I'm not going to compare Kenya Airways to Ethiopia because I've only flown on Ethiopia once, which was yesterday. But we're going to get into the scams. In order. Exactly. Anonymous. That's don't buy an apartment. You might change your mind. Yeah. If I'm traveling to 6 different continents in a year, I'm not going to buy. That's why I'm not doing any major investments. People are like, open up a barbershop. I can't open up a barbershop right now. I'm moving around too much. I can't. And that even having a barbershop in Dallas, you can't just throw anybody in a barbershop. Let alone me be somewhere in Kenya where I have to let they speak in English. That's good, right? But I can't be like, oh, I opened up this barbershop, but in 2 weeks I'm about to go back to Zimbabwe. That doesn't work like that. Legacy for Ace, thank you for the $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Now, out of the 7 African countries I've been to, I'm going to put in order where I was scammed the absolute most. And West Africa is at the top of the list. Senegal, number 1. I love Senegal. I will be returning. If I had to have an apartment in East Africa and West Africa so far, it'd be Kenya and Senegal. I love Senegal. Even with no women, I wasn't dealing with any women while I was there. I still loved it. That energy was right there. Senegal, number 1. Ghana, number 2. Tanzania, number 3. Uganda, number 4. Rwanda, number 5. Kenya number 6, Zambia number 7. I didn't get scammed one time in Zambia. And the most scams I've experienced in Kenya was like the driver asking for too much, and it's like $1 difference. Okay, whatever. But in Senegal, the minute I get off the plane, I go through immigration. There's a guy. He says, "Come here." I'm like, "Here, what does this motherfucker want?" "Let me carry your bags." I'm like, "Yep, he about to ask me for some money." He literally carries my bags around to the thing where you put your bags through so they can do the x-ray or wherever that thing is. They go through there. He hides behind the x-ray machine so none of the people on the other side will see. And he says in French, I didn't know what he was saying, but I could understand based off the way how he did it. He says, "Give me money." And I said, "Give you money for what? What the hell did you do?" I didn't even, you asked to carry my bags. And I told him, like, I don't have any money to give you. I just got here. I don't even have any cash. What am I gonna give you? He said, "That's okay, just give me dollars." Sir, I haven't been in the United States in almost a year. I didn't even carry cash in the United States. I don't have it. So you know what I gave him? I gave him some Ghanaian little coins. I said, "Here, do whatever you can with that." I get out. Of course, the taxi overcharges because that's all there was. The SIM card place, I got there like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning. The SIM card places are closed and it's a holiday, so the SIM card place is closed the next day. So I was without internet unless I was at my apartment for 24 hours. Because I was without internet, now the taxi drivers are like, "Oh shit, I can charge him for whatever." So I say, "Take me here to the SIM card, to the homes, which is a cellular service they have there." He charged me double of what I should have been charged, and I knew it. I couldn't prove it though. I didn't have any internet to say, "Hey, on this app it says otherwise." I have to go off. I can bargain him and say this. Got to go off with. That's step number 1. Let's fast forward. I get my internet on. I go to the restaurant. You guys seen I ordered the fish and the potatoes or whatever I ate, rice or whatever it was. I'm counting and I'm adding as, okay, this is going to be that, this is going to be that. My bill has an extra 10,000 francs on top of it. And so I told him, I said, "Let me see the menu again. Why is this like this?" There's no explanation. He doesn't know why it's like that. I said, "Why are you charging me more than what the menu says?" So we got the taxi driver, we got the guy at the airport, and now we got the damn restaurant. Fast forward a few days into the trip. I'm jumping all over the place. This is what we do. I tell I'm used to going from my apartment on this side of town to the same location I go to every day. It was usually 2,000 francs, even if I stopped a taxi on the side of the street. This guy drives me to the house. He says 5,000. 5,000. 2.5, somewhere around 2.5 times what everybody else charged me. So I said, "Sir," I was like, "Come on, man, you know that's not right." I said, I do this every day. It's not 5,000. So he knew he was full of shit. So he does me like this. "Come on, man, do it for me." You do it for me. You do it for me. Why should I do it for you? Why should I just give you damn near triple? Why? All right, man, 2,000. So I gave him I was only going to give him 2,000. But I'm like, why do I have to constantly stand up for myself? I'm looking for a restaurant. I'm recording. You seen the guy walking down the street with me in downtown Senegal, or at least the plateau area. I think that's downtown. Whatever it is, the French looking area. I'm walking down the street. He says, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You looking for this restaurant? It's right there." So I'm thinking that's the end. I'm thinking he just pointed at the restaurant. That's the end of the story. No, he walks in the restaurant with me. Helps me order the food. They bring the wrong food. I ate it anyway because I was like, "Fuck it, I'll try it anyway." I don't feel like waiting. I'm hungry. And then he says, "Come check out my shop." And I'm thinking content. So I'm like, okay. I walked down there. I didn't see anything I liked. I was like, nah, I don't really see nothing I want to hear. That's okay. He walks outside with me. It gets to a point where I tell him, I said, "You do know I'm not paying you for nothing, right? This is my job. I didn't ask you to do your job." I'm on the phone with Travel Time with Paul the whole time. And he's getting on my nerves because he's saying, "Just walk away, just walk away." I said, "Motherfucker, you don't think I'm walking down the street and I'm constantly telling him I'm not paying you nothing." He followed me for 15 minutes. And I told him, I said, "You are wasting your time. I'm not giving you no money." Do you not know how annoying that gets? I told him, I said, "You're wasting your time with me. I told you I'm not spending no money. I don't lie to people. I'm not gonna spend no money." And he's like, "All right, I tried." That's what he said. "All right, I tried." You're not gonna make me buy something by annoying the hell out of me. That's not how that works. Because now when I see you, now I'm gonna avoid you. And now I'm never gonna shop with you now because you're gonna try to force me to buy something. I went to the sand dune by the beach. They had the camel ride, they had the four-wheeler ride, and they had the boat ride. Nobody told me that the pink lake was not pink today. I wish they would have said that. That was the whole purpose of me going there. And I said, "Yeah, I want to see the pink lake." He said, "Yeah, you can go see the pink lake." He didn't tell me that the lake was green today. He didn't tell me that. I said, "How much is it for this ride on the four-wheeler? I don't want to do the camel ride. The camel rides are boring to me. How much is it just for the four-wheeler and the boat ride?" He told me 70,000, which was somewhere around like $115. I uploaded that video. And I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm not thinking nothing of it because I know four-wheelers, from my understanding, cost the same worldwide because they're four-wheelers. Just like and they might cost more when they get to Africa. So I'm thinking, oh, they probably, I didn't think nothing of it. Somebody left a comment. They said, "That's crazy that he charged you that much. I was there last year and they only charged me 30 US dollars. So here I've almost paid 4 times of what a local would pay." So when you charge me 4 times, do you think that makes me want to get on YouTube and say, "Hey, y'all need to go check them out"? No. If anything, I'm finna slander your ass and tell everybody about how you overcharged me. Now I'm not coming back. That's bad business. Now I'm not coming back. Businesses don't thrive based off of the price changing for every customer. When I did haircuts, it was $70 for a haircut. If you were black, white, 50 years old, 25 years old, it was the same price for all adults. That's why when you guys see me promote my tailor, I always say he's honest, meaning that he told Troy the same price he told me. The people I referred him to online, they told me the same price. He told them the same price, that we all are on the same page. So guess what Auston does? Every time I wear his shirt, you're damn right. Some people are like, "We're tired to see you promote your tailor." Why not? He's one of the very few people that I've ran into that is going to have this, that's going to be honest. The cigar lounge I go to, both of them I go to here in Nairobi, the price is the same. The prices don't fluctuate. So guess what? I come in there and I spend damn good money with them because they're honest. Honesty goes a long way. And then there's some people in my comment section trying to justify, and they say, "Oh, that's African culture." Okay. But when it comes to me wanting to be here long term, is that a push or a pull factor? Does that make me want to stay in Senegal long term, knowing that the price of your food changes based off how I look or sound? For example, this happens in the United States too. It happens everywhere in the world, but it seems like it's happened to me in Asia. It's happened to me in Brazil. It's happened to me in Colombia. It's expected. People are going to try to take advantage of you. But it seems like over here, it's on steroids times 10. Does that make me want to come long term and shop with you? I don't think it does. So what it is, this is what you do. You fuck me over one time, you're not going to see me again, especially if I find out. See, people would shop with me, even though I was expensive as a barber. They would still shop because I was about my business. I was real, and everything was honest, and you got what you paid for, and you knew what you was getting into. If you didn't want to pay, you might be able to bargain me $5, maybe $10. That's if I needed the money. That's if I had a slow week. I might go down on the price. But what I'm not going to do is jack up the price. And I'm not going to lower the price for certain people. Everybody, family members would pay that goddamn $70. I didn't care who you was. And to be honest with you, to give you some advice, if you plan on selling to foreigners, especially Americans, Americans really don't like when they get cheated. Like in the United States, there's consequences for shit like that. When I was in Vietnam, the scamming was not as bad as it is here, but it was there. Vietnamese people scam Vietnamese people. Thai people scam Thai people. But they will for sure scam you. I know y'all can hear the crickets in the background. Like the video. We got almost 500 people in here. We got like 89 likes. So here's a scam. I seen on Viber with Fred. I seen his community post about Floyd. Floyd, I don't know what the hell you was thinking. I hope this wasn't true. Caipirinhas in Brazil and Salvador are like $1 to $2 for that drink. In Recife, we ran to a spot, they became $4. Okay. That's Recife, different city. Whatever. I've gotten scammed for a caipirinha. They told me 10 reais down here. Down there, they told me 40 reais. Divide that by 5. That's $8 versus $2. Okay. That happened a handful of times. When I was in Senegal, I got scammed a handful of times in one day, meaning 4 to 5 times in one day. It's constant. And it's annoying as hell. The people that were, Paul was on the phone with me a lot. We were talking about what I was seeing the whole time, sharing ideas. The whole time I'm on the phone with him, you can hear people constantly not begging. I don't want to buy this. They're following me down the street 15 minutes. I tell them I don't even have money to buy food. I don't know if they think I'm lying or what. I don't have the money for my own food. I gotta go to the ATM and I'm not buying what you're selling. No, you're gonna buy this belt from me. No, I'm not. And if you don't have a backbone, you will go broke out here. Because they will eat your ass up, scamming you and selling you stuff in these countries I'm talking about. When I was in Ghana, I had two locals. This is not my words, these are the locals. If you decide to buy land out here, call me. You need to make sure you have a good lawyer. You need to make sure you have this, and this. Because it's very common for you to buy land in Ghana and never hear from that person again. Or it's very common for you to buy land in Ghana and the land belongs to somebody else. I heard the same thing in Rwanda too. How attractive does that sound to somebody coming from another country that, hey, I can come over here with $30,000 and buy this land and I can lose it instantly? And I have no leverage because I'm a foreigner. What leverage do I have? Now, if we was in the United States, that's not going to happen. That's not happening because we have laws in place. There's consequences, that kind of stuff. Let's read a couple more of these chats. But back to Floyd before I read the comments. Floyd, from what I saw, bought he spent, I think it was 4 caipirinhas, and he spent 400 reais. That's $80. Do you know I have gotten super drunk in Salvador to the point where I don't know what the hell I was thinking? I tried to climb a fence, and the fence had the little spikes on the top, not the barbed wire, but the little things that look like it'll impale you if you fall on it. My hands were bleeding. I don't know how. I don't know what the hell I was drinking that day. I was that lit, and I had only spent $20 or $30 that night. How the hell did you and another girl get all? How did you let them? And this is one thing I noticed about Floyd. Floyd can be impatient, and I've had to tell Floyd, no, we're not spending that. They tried to get us in the Philippines. $60 for a ride that should have been $8. I tell Floyd, no, we're not doing that. No, I'm ready to go. Fuck you being ready to go. We're not doing that. Do not let these people get over on you, because they will. And that sets a reputation for when we come down here, they know they can get over on all of us. Let's read a couple of these chats. So somebody says, if you know the price, you can't get scammed. That's absolutely false. I just told you a story about how I knew the price from that apartment I was at in Senegal to where I was going the same route every day. I knew the price. They still tried to scam me. They didn't scam me. They tried. Now, what is it that makes this number one scamming? What is it that makes this number one scamming Senegal your number 2 over places like Tanzania and Uganda? The reason I said that is because I just didn't experience it as much in those other 2 countries as I did in Senegal. I go off my personal experience. I know some people say scamming is big in Ghana and Tanzania. I'm not doubting it. I experienced it in Tanzania, but I cannot. I don't have enough experience to say that it was just a big deal out there. But I will say I've seen it with my own eyes. For example, Mark Meets Africa. Right before I was leaving Tanzania, he had these people working for him. He sends one of the girls to go buy, I believe it was water. He gave her a certain amount. He knows how much the water costs. She pockets the change. This is one of his employees. She pockets the change, hoping he would not say nothing. And he had to chew her out, and she's just sitting there with her head down. I don't know where that comes from, the short-term gratification or short-term satisfaction, whatever you want to call it. But I'm letting the people that do this kind of stuff, in the long run, it does not benefit you. You make people not want to work with you in the long run. It doesn't work. The world does not work that way. This gives me, I went to Africa so you don't have to vibes. I'm not saying that. Thank you for the super chat from both of y'all too. I'm not telling you not to come to Africa. I'm absolutely not. I'm just telling you guys my experience. That's what my channel's about. The vibe I'm trying to give off is I'm going through this for you so you can know what you're dealing with when you get down here. Now, obviously, I don't hate it because otherwise I wouldn't be here. I have the freedom to get up and move whenever I want to. I love Africa. But this is a huge issue in a few countries that I've been to. In Kenya, I don't get scammed on a daily basis. No, I can count on one hand how many times I've been scammed. In Tanzania, one time of many, I was scammed. This is when I first met Crystal and all her friends. After we left Wavuvi, which is a nice beach club restaurant you need to go to if you go there. I promise you'll love it. We came back. We called the tuk-tuk. They told us it was 10, whatever 10 is, 10,000, I don't know. They said, okay, we get back. And this happened a lot in Tanzania. We drive up to the house. They knew how far we was going, so don't give me that bullshit, oh, they thought it was longer. No. They knew how far we were going. And then they double the price and they say, no, we want 20. I said, I don't give a damn what you want. I'm going off what you told me. So what I did was I rolled the money up, put it in his hand, walked off. Of course, they didn't try to fight us or nothing. But it's just that's a small annoyance. That's not a pull factor. That's a push factor. That makes people not want to come to you. So I don't know who needs to teach people this. It doesn't work. It does not work. The Art of Will says again that Pink Lake was a bigger disappointment than fruit strip gum. Yes, it was. Now, I've never been bribed by the police. I've never had the police ask me for a bribe. But I will tell you this, and I'm not going to say which country. I've had people tell me, carry a certain amount of cash when you're here, so if you get stopped by the police, you can pay them. So keep that in mind. Hasn't happened to me. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. Sir, I strongly disagree with you. What you do, not me. And the police bribing happens in Thailand too. It happens in Colombia too. It happens in Brazil as well. It hasn't happened to me in Brazil, but I've heard so many people getting walked to the ATM and having to empty as much cash as they can out of Brazil. I've heard of that. Now, luckily, the police didn't bribe me in Brazil. They just pulled us out the car and put a gun in my damn face, 2 of them. And I think they was about to shoot us. I don't think they were trying to bribe us. I think they had the wrong guy. Now again, not saying it makes me hate Africa, not saying it makes me hate Brazil, not saying it makes me hate Thailand. But I'm just letting the people know it's not beneficial long term. You can get a lot more money out of me. It's not a blowtorch. It's a lighter that I just turned up. You can get a lot more money out of me by doing the right thing. Let's read the super chat I just got. Why is Senegal your overall second favorite country so far? Your Tanzania video seemed more interesting. I'll tell you why they might have seemed more interesting. I don't think they were more interesting. Number one, they might have seemed more interesting because that was my first culture shock into coming to Africa. I had never been around only black people in the whole country, or at least 99% black. So it was a eye-opening experience as my entry to Africa. That's why it may have seemed more interesting, because I was changing. My thought process was changing. I also had a circle of friends, a strong circle of like 6 friends that I could hang out. I always had somebody to kick it with and show me stuff to do every day. In Senegal, I didn't have that. I pretty much had to just ask people or figure out what to do on my own, which is pretty much what I do everywhere I go if I don't have anybody. Senegal was my favorite because, number one, there was a language barrier. I love language barriers. I love it because, number one, it's probably because I can't understand some stuff that might be bullshit you might be saying. Number two, it makes me feel like I'm not in the United States anymore. I feel like I'm in another country because I have to learn another language to communicate with y'all. Number three, the Anglo-Saxon legacy has a lot of bullshit that comes with it. Do you notice a lot of issues we have in the United States are also in the UK? They're also in Australia. They're also in South Africa. There's a lot of similarities that follow where Anglo-Saxons decided to settle at. Just saying. So I'm not saying the French are no better, but it was the difference for me. Being around something different, a different set of problems or a different set of traditions. The energy, again, I keep saying this, the energy was just right in Senegal. The way how the people behaved was just right for me. And it was all the African countries I've been to so far speak English, even Rwanda. Most people knew English there. Most people. Only the taxi drivers didn't, and the motorcycles. But most people knew English. So to have that change, it was just like when I went to Brazil. Nobody spoke English. Like 20, 30% of the people in Rio when I first got there spoke English. When I got to Salvador, that number dropped to like 10%. 10% of the people in Salvador spoke English, it seemed like. If you don't know Portuguese in Salvador, even Rio, you're out of there. It's more English in Rio, but you out of there. And you will get scammed. Everything was just it was just a different experience. I like you guys know I don't like the United States. So anything that reminds me less and less, and it's a Muslim country, like somebody said. I love Muslim countries because it's completely different. I come from a country where there's no religion enforced. And I don't know if it's enforced in Senegal. I don't think it is, because I've seen Christian churches there too. But just the prayer throughout the day. That's what I like that about Mombasa too. Just waking up and throughout the day you hear them praying on the loudspeaker. It's a culture shock. I like stuff that's not like the United States. And the Anglo-Saxon, they got some bullshit tied to their name. Now, Anonymous also says, listen, Wilson, scamming is legal in the United States. The U.S. court will collect money for the city. Yes, that's one thing, right? Not in Texas so much, though. So I didn't experience that. That's fine. United States taxes are a scam. There's a way to get around them. They scam in the United States too, yes. Drug dealers scam in the United States. And you know what? Usually they're not successful. They come up dead. They come up dead or they come up with slow business. The right thing goes a long way, even if you're doing the wrong thing. Flexed Up made a good point. He says, Auston still likes Senegal. Note, Auston still likes Senegal, even though he ran into those issues. Even though I was annoyed as hell with all the scamming, I would go back there as my next country. 100%. I could have stayed another week in Senegal. I could have stayed there a long time, especially once I picked up French fluently. And like you said, scamming in the United States is not the same. So in the United States, you don't have people that will follow you around the goddamn city on foot. You don't have people, the Uber prices don't change once you get in the car. The price to get a tattoo does not change. It can, but it does not change because you're from this side of town in Dallas and not that side. And no, Donald Trump is not the only person that can take advantage of the tax code. You need to read the tax code and you need to do your research. Anybody can take advantage of the tax code, especially somebody that has an LLC and works for themselves. Anonymous said that the scamming would turn him off. It's not a turn on. It's definitely not a turn on. But when I was leaving Senegal and coming back to Kenya, I was happy because I was like, I know I'm not about to deal with this shit when I get back to Kenya. And I love Kenya. So I love the place I'm going to and this scamming. I love Senegal too. But throw scamming on top of that. Come to Kenya, not so much. Now, I'm pretty sure maybe when you get higher up and you start trying to purchase property and stuff like that, you may run into the issue. But the small scams, you're not running into that not that often. Not that often. Uganda was very fair and we weren't scammed there. Yeah, that was my same experience there too. I was never scammed in Uganda at not one time. If I did, I didn't notice. But I would say between the southern region, which I've only been to Zambia, and the 4 East African countries I've been to, and the 2 West African countries I've been to, West Africa was the worst with the scamming. It was the absolute worst. Yeah, we can get into the tax code thing, but so and this is another thing I want to. This is so true. This is why non-black people are thriving in Africa. Being honest goes a long way. As much as I hate to say it, the Chinese, even though they might sell you some damn dog meat instead of chicken, because I've been hearing about them selling pelicans and pigeons instead of chicken. And that's part of the reason why I didn't go to Nigeria, because Nigerians in the United States scam like crazy. So I know if I'm dealing with this in Ghana and especially in Senegal, if I go to Nigeria, I know it's going to be worse than both of them when it comes to scamming. And throw in how much it would cost to get to Nigeria, which was $1,100, and then having to pay for another place to stay. I didn't have the tolerance for that. I just couldn't do it. But for example, like I said, the Chinese, the Indians, and the white people, and the Lebanese people, and the Turkish people, when they come here, they don't scam you. They do not scam you. The price that's on the wall is the price everybody's going to pay. When I go shop with the locals, the price changes when Auston comes here. I go send a local in there and he has to tell them, you know, that's not the right price. Nobody wants to deal with that. Who wants to deal with that? I don't want to deal with it. The airlines are a scam. Do you think the amount of scamming is related to the poverty level of the country? Which does make a lot of sense, right? Because Zambia didn't have as much poverty. At least Lusaka did not have as much poverty in that city. I didn't see it. You might disagree with me. I only know what I saw. If you disagree and you're offended by that, I guess you can post a video of some poor people in Lusaka. I mean, we're not going to argue about this shit. But the places where there were less poverty is places like, and there's poverty here in Kenya too, for sure. But Kenya, Zambia, Rwanda, I didn't see as much poverty, and I will say I did not see as many scams in those places. Yes. It only makes sense that the more poor people you have, the more that people are going to try to get over on you. Yes. Thank you for the super chat. I am Sudanese, and we also face the same scams here. I told my mom to hire a lawyer to purchase land, but she always insisted that we pay whatever the price is. LOL. And can you talk about Cape Verde? Thanks. So let me tell you guys too, because we were talking about how expensive it is to travel around Africa. I'm gonna tell you guys why I had to delay. I didn't cancel because I will go to Cape Verde, but I'm gonna tell you why I had to delay it. Number one, because I had just spent $6,000 going from Ghana, from Kenya to Ghana to Senegal, and I really wasn't to go to. See, you have to work your way around to get to Cape Verde. You can't fly straight from Kenya to Cape. You can't just buy a ticket and put Nairobi, then put Praia, Cape Verde. You can't do that. It's going to cost too much. You're better off catching one ways to countries that are, I like to call hubs. Hubs in Africa would be Ethiopia, Kenya, South Africa. Those are hubs that those airports can pretty much take you anywhere in the continent. To go from Dakar to Cape Verde round trip was $300. No problem. Hour flight. That's what I paid to go from one side of Kenya to the other side of Mombasa round trip. No, it wasn't. That was $150. Anyway, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Airbnbs weren't that expensive. But I started looking at, okay, because if I try to fly straight from Cape Verde or Cabo Verde, I know that pisses some of y'all off. Cabo Verde to Nairobi, if I click a one-way going straight from Praia to Nairobi, Kenya, some of those tickets for economy said $2,000. And it's going to fly you all around the goddamn world. And it's going to take you like 20 hours to get there. It only took me 14. But what I did was I bought a one-way. It's too much, you guys. It's too. I'd have been spending too much money in too short of a time period. Are you still gonna sit? Are you gonna sit still in Kenya until you come back from Thailand? I'm gonna stay here, yes, until I go to Thailand, and then from Thailand I'll come back. I'll only be in Thailand less than 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks. I'm going to see somebody, and she's not Thai. If you watch my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going there for a few days, a little over a week, coming back, and then I'll come back and do South Africa. And then I'll do Namibia, Madagascar, Reunion, and Mauritius and Ethiopia. And those are my must travel to countries. Anything else after that is extra. And I will be going to Zanzibar here soon. No, I'm not going to see fucking Kate. Now, just want to touch on that. Give me some more information that you guys would like to hear. She's not going back to South Africa, though. She doesn't want to go back to South Africa. And she has a job there. She doesn't want to come back to South Africa. That'd be great if she did, because then I could save some money and not have to go back to Thailand. No, the prices of rice do not fluctuate because it's rainy season. She can show you around. I have some people in South Africa that I have a female friend in South Africa that'll show me around Johannesburg. But I really like the chick in Thailand, so I'm gonna go back and see her too. But just keep in mind, my best advice: if you come to Africa, do one country per month. Do one country per month. So let's talk about this too. I seen O'Shea did a video about Kenyan women liking white men. Now, to cut it short with you, that's African women worldwide. I'm not worldwide. Well, I guess, yeah, worldwide. But African women continent wide, from what I see, do like white men. But I think it's a very old mindset. I think maybe 30 years ago. Yeah, they make up any excuse to say the prices fluctuate. I think maybe 30 years ago, that'd have been a little more true. But there's enough African men and enough Black American men that have money coming in to where they can, if they want to, they can pick their own kind. Okay. I haven't seen a lot of, they're here, but I haven't seen a lot of Kenyan women with white men. I've seen it maybe 4 times, and I've been here since June. So it's not really an issue here. In Senegal, I'm not saying it's like this completely, but I've seen more Senegalese women with white men than I've seen them with Senegalese men or Black men in general. I fear South Africa may remind you of the USA. Let's wait and see. I've heard that. But honestly, I haven't been anywhere except for Ghana, where I heard the women speaking as if they were American. Thank you for the super chat. Maybe it is worse in Kenya with the Black women. I mean, honestly, I don't care who they date. I've never been against interracial. Date who you want. Just don't look down on me because I'm black and you decide to go with a white boy. Don't do that. That's bullshit. I don't think it's worse in Kenya though. Like I said, Senegal, I've seen it the most, and then I would say Zambia second. I've seen it a lot in Zambia too. I didn't say nothing about it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I've seen it a lot in Zambia. A Thailand visit would be good for your channel. You can do some more collabs. Yes, it would be good for the channel because Thailand has a high RPM. To cut it short, the women in Thailand are not black, so for some reason, men donate more when they're not black. And Thailand is just a hot spot for content. As far as collaborating, based off of what I've been seeing, and this is just the internet, a lot of these content creators don't want to associate with Auston Holleman in Thailand, and I really don't give a fuck because let's bring this back. I made myself famous. The blunt and the bold statements I made is what made Auston Holleman famous. If you would have took my bluntness and my bold statements away, I would still have maybe 10,000 subscribers at best. 10,000 subscribers at best. But the way how I said things is what blew me up. So for anybody that wants to say, oh, we put, motherfucker, you didn't put me on. O'Shea did. And some other content creators that reviewed my videos. But for anybody that thinks that, oh, like he's one of us, no, you didn't. Motherfucker, no, you didn't. I put myself on. What the fuck are you talking about? I also don't glorify places. I mean, I might glorify them and tell you how much I love them, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love Kenya. I don't have my bracelet on now; it's in my room. But I wore my bracelet in Uganda and Senegal and Zambia, and I didn't have it when I was in Rwanda and all that. But I wore my bracelet in other countries. That's how much I love Kenya. But I will still tell you some things that may be an issue to you. Obviously, it's not that big of an issue to me because I'm still here. Yes, and Dennis Sperling promoted me too. Yes. Yes. But for anybody that has less subscribers than me, put it like this, you didn't put me on. That's all I'm saying. Anonymous said you made the movement. Everybody has been eating off of you for a year. People that support me and people that hate me. Like my critics, I'm not offended. First of all, you're not gonna be able to offend me. People tag my name and attack me because they know it gets views. Like there's a guy that had made 2 or 3 videos about me. Once he stopped making videos about me, his life was over with. Nobody even remembers who the fuck he is. So don't try to tell me that you put me on. I know who brought me to light. Let's keep in mind, my first viral videos went viral without people reviewing them on TikTok. People that brought me to light, and this might not be everybody, but just right off the top of the head, Dennis Sperling, O'Shea Duke Jackson, number 1. Like he did it the most. Well, I'd even say MTR did it. There was another guy, I don't even remember his name, but he did it. Melanie King brought me to light, even though that I made a video about her. No hard feelings. I just noticed something she did and I made a video about it. She brought me to light. What she had like 300,000 subscribers, and I thank her so much for letting me come speak on her platform. I don't pay for advertisement. Why would I pay for advertisement? Why would I do that? It's enough of y'all talking shit about me. That's advertisement. And yeah, just like the girl that claims she's from Africa, she has dedicated her entire channel to. I mean, I can go live, and while I'm live, she's reviewing my live. I have two people that do that. Um, Richie Mack helped bring me to life. When he helped me get sorted out coming to Thailand. Say what you want about him, but he did. The Black Filipino, when I first went viral, he reviewed me. He helped bring me to life. There's people that nobody knows that said that they put me on. You did not put Auston Holleman on. All publicity is good publicity. That's why I look. I have one critic of mine. I love his videos. I watch him every day. I've even emailed him and asked him to send them to me because they're funny and it's free advertisement. I'm not offended. I love it. He said I'm gonna age like milk. That shit was hilarious to me. If anything, the same people that are saying that I put them on, let's be honest, and I can be arrogant about this because I know what the hell I'm talking about. Like people are saying in the comments, this whole little space of YouTube, I brought it already existed. I didn't come up with it. This already existed. I used to watch people before I even traveled. I was watching people like Dennis John Pierre, 1MT. Shout out to him too. He brought me on his platform when I had like 2,000 subscribers. I was watching them. But the truth is, when I came around saying American women's pH was off and that they pussy stink, that blew the damn algorithm up. I didn't even claim a lot of these things that people like to say. They threw me in there. And the people that pretend that they like me and smile in my face and they talk shit about me behind my back, I always know about it. I always know about it. Guess what I'm gonna do? Smile in your face and milk your ass dry. Interview me again. Put me on. I need more exposure. Interview me again. I'll do it for free. Interview me again. I know you talking shit about me. Interview me again so I can get some more subscribers. Interview me. They not watching you. They watching me. Shit. Charleston White proves that controversy and negative criticism is the best thing for your channel. Absolutely. You had the girl in Brazil. You had people that I knew in Brazil, knew of them more so. I met them. Right? They told the girl that put me on the news where I was at. Oh, Austin's not in Salvador. You need to look for him in Sao Paulo. Which motherfucker, I was already 2 steps ahead. I'm in Bangkok. You got those types of people. No hard feelings. I'm not gonna kick your ass when I see you. We can do another interview. Give me some more content. My audience wants to watch. I need content. See, I remove all my feelings when it comes to my business. I have no emotions in business. And that's how you succeed. By having no emotions. Feeling bad for people will have you broke. For example, people from Louisiana, they got this giving heart. Oh, I like to give. I like to give. A person from Louisiana will have $100 in their pocket and they'll give 50 of it to somebody that needs it, even though they only got 100. Your emotions are keeping you broke. I had a viral video on Twitter. Somebody just showed me today. It's got 2.2 million views on Twitter. It was uploaded 6 days ago. It's viral in Africa right now because I said that West Africans look like exactly like Americans. I don't know how the hell that's offensive. I don't know. I don't even know. It's the thing that irritates me is that even went viral. That's what's irritating me. That out of all the stuff that could have went viral, that goes viral. That's fine. You want to call Austin Holleman a sex tourist and try to see if you can get some momentum? You want to say Austin Holleman is exploiting African women and get some traction? Keep it up. Make another video. Make 5 more of them motherfuckers. I don't give a damn. And you can shake your head until it roll off your damn shoulders. Keep making videos about me. Like I said, the woman in Brazil thought putting me on CNN. You know what I tell people? I tell people I was featured on CNN. I wasn't. I was featured. It was a positive move for me. You know why? Because that week I made the most money I had ever made on YouTube. And I got 10,000 subscribers in 1 week. Thank you for thank you for putting me on CNN. Thank you. Thank you. That's why I said I love false narratives. They're not true. They're not true. So you're not hurting me. And for all the women that find out about me that don't have a damn mind of their own, keep being honest. Keep up the great work. Thank you for the super chat again. Thank you for super chatting so much today. I appreciate it. You always super chat a lot. Thank you. I've had some women that I've dealt with recently. They say, I Googled your name and I found this. Really? So you've been knowing me for a month and you think I'm a sex trafficker? Matter of fact, I tell people about the whole Brazil situation when I first meet them. That way they know there's nothing to hide. But you got a bird brain. You can't think for yourself. You fold under. I can't stand folding under pressure. I can't stand it. But since you don't have a mind of your own, you stay the hell away from me. Me? You think I'm a sex trafficker? I don't even have enough money to be a sex. You know how much money sex traffickers make? More than me. And like somebody just said, it's a blessing when my haters come after me. I get free advertisement. And when you're doing the right thing and not the wrong thing, nothing wrong is going to happen to you. The people that really know me know I don't have ill intentions. You got these suckers. Oh, he's for example, when I had the video with the Rwandan girl, and it was like and I didn't even make that short. The guy in Kenya made the short. And it was like Auston breaks up with a 10 out of 10 Rwandan girl. Me and that girl were never even together. But it was for clicks. And there's people all in their feelings. They're sharing the video. Look, he's taking advantage. Keep sharing that goddamn video. My subscribers need to go up. Keep sharing the video. Keep giving me more views because I get paid. You're not sharing it enough. Share it on Facebook and Twitter too while you at it. In your WhatsApp. Share it everywhere. I share it. Put it on a PowerPoint. Send it to Joe Biden. Send it to as many people as you can. Do it. I love it. Put it on a PowerPoint. Print it out on a PDF and print it out. Send it to the president. And that's why I don't pay for advertisement. They say, oh, we need to get those articles taken off of. No. Leave the articles on Google. I need you to talk about me. My business does not thrive if you're not talking about me. I remember I even told my mom, I said, look what this lady's doing. Look, she got me on the news. She said, good. You're a YouTuber. You need to be on the news. Put me on the news. Because I haven't done nothing wrong. Nobody's being forced to go on dates with me. The people love me. So publish another article so I can get some more love, bitch. While you busy writing articles about me, you fund my lifestyle. Because more people watch the video. And like people are saying in the comments, if I was really a trafficker, I would not be online. If I was breaking the law, a serious crime like that, I don't think I would want people to even know my name is Auston. Do you literally travel around the world looking for girls to date? I travel around the world looking for somewhere to live. And just like any other straight man on the damn planet, the women make a huge portion of that. If I have the freedom to pick where I'm going to live, you're supposed to reproduce as a human. That means I need to be compatible with the women that's in my area. So when you see me go back or back and forth to an area, or I stay in an area for an extended period of time, that means that area has everything I want. It's not just the women, but they do make a good portion of it. Everything I want. Brazil had everything I wanted. Colombia has everything I wanted. It just wasn't Brazil. Or at least Medellin wasn't. Thailand has everything I want, for the most part. Vietnam did too. Kenya has everything I want. Fast internet. I can upload my videos in 15 minutes. I can live stream here. I can buy my cigars here. I can eat good food here. I can stay in a nice place here. I can speak English here. And the women love me too. Even the men that I meet to have as friends, I have more Kenyan friends than I had in the United States. I have more friends in Kenya than I did in Americans in the United States. Why would I want to leave? Don't worry, I know I missed the nice weather because I know when I left, it was nice weather. But I live here, so I'll be here to experience more nice weather. This is how you know Kenya has everything that I love. This is how you know. I hate cold weather. I told myself when I left the United States, I would never buy another jacket. I got to Kenya, I changed my mind. I said, you know what? Nairobi may get cold at night. I hate cold weather, but I bet you I'm finna buy a jacket and I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. If you wonder what cigar this is, because somebody brought that up, I got this one in Senegal. It's called hold on. It's an Enclave Torpedo. Kenya, now Nairobi doesn't get that cold. Even when they said I came in June, July, they said that was the coldest month. I think the coldest temperature I seen was like 55 degrees. So that's fine. Now, if we were talking 30, 40 degrees, Dollar Bill sent a $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Nobody's being forced to be on my channel. Now, I stopped putting women in the channel here recently, like I told you guys, because it's just stressful. And I don't like going to a country and feeling like, oh, I can't get any content that's gonna make money or get views or get some sort of love or attraction because I can't find a compatible woman for the camera. I don't want to. I'm gonna diversify my audience where I'm gonna give guys that want to see women. They gonna have that because that's gonna always work. But I'm gonna diverse. Like if you guys know Johnny Harris, he's a amazing historian. I want to have that audience too. No, I never get nicotine sick. When I first started, I heard most people when they first start smoking cigars, they get sick. I did too, but I was inhaling them. If you notice, I haven't been inhaling them. Somebody says, talk about your Matatu experience. I should have experienced it a lot sooner. And I'm gonna tell you guys why I didn't. Why I didn't do it. Number one, because I was having too much fun outside the Matatu. But I thought that I wouldn't be able to monetize the video. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a short. So I didn't do it. But when I got on that Matatu yesterday, I was like, wow, why didn't I do this a long time ago? I was like, wow, I will sacrifice not making any money on the videos just to show people this amazing part of Nairobi. I think it's only in Nairobi, right? Luckily, they still monetize the video. So, yeah, now I won't be doing this. Don't attract the slave history crowd. Yeah, I won't do that. I will show slave history. You guys know I don't like showing negative history. That's why I didn't do the genocide in Rwanda. That's why there were certain events going on here in Kenya, political, protest events. I didn't talk about those because I don't like to. That's the CNN has already reported that. I don't need to report that. Plus, Africa has already had enough negative publicity, so why would I? That they showed me that in third grade. They showed me a bunch of starving Africans with malnutrition, big bellies, and flies on their face. I don't need to. I don't need to do that. Now, somebody said bring Crystal back to the channel. Y'all need to go to Crystal's Instagram. She's tagged on my Instagram. Go to her Instagram and send her a DM and say we want to see you on Auston's channel. She be playing. She don't know how much of a benefit. I don't think she still understands how much of a benefit she could get out of being on the channel, but she hasn't. Go send her a DM by the masses. AFCON is in Ivory Coast in January. You can get views. I don't know what AFCON is, but I'll check that out. I have an eco bank. Wait, he says Crystal got a lot going on, but has a good heart, it seems. Yeah. Some people say so. You guys have seen that I've had women on the channel, and then I may have said something that kind of was like odd, and Crystal is not one of those people. Jane is not one of those people. Who is it's another person? There's another person that was on the channel that Kate is not one of those people that I felt like, like she was there was no reason being on the channel. Crystal's perfect for the camera though. She has the right energy. She has the right amount of enthusiasm. She doesn't mind being on camera. We just got to get her to be consistent. And yes, I do blow the cigar smoke through my nose, but I won't do it right now because it'll flare up my sinuses, and then I'm gonna have to turn off the live because I won't be able to think anymore. Are you planning on being out of Africa by the end of the year? Yes. More than likely, I'll be in Latin America by the time January rolls around. But I'll still come back here. I'll still keep my apartment. I think I'll still keep my apartment. I don't know if I want to waste money for 3 or 4 months straight, because I'm not there. WN Mustafa, thank you for the $10 super sticker. SOZB says, bruh, visit Lamu, Kenya when you can. It looks like a place for groups or you can take on a date. Absolutely, I will go. I'm going everywhere, all the major cities in Kenya. This month, 1 or 2 months I'm here. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do something uh as often as I can. The guy that showed me around, he even told me to go to Zanzibar. He wants to plan a trip for us to go to Zanzibar. We'll do that again. Well, I never went, but we'll do it because I do need to experience Zanzibar too. It says, which are the best clubs in Nairobi? I like Milan. I like Ibiza. I like Gemini. Uh, those are my top ones. But I haven't been going to the club. And I thought about renting out this place while I'm not here. But the thing is, I have so many videos showing you the background. I have love in Kenya, but you never know who doesn't love me and who's like, oh, that's the same Airbnb Austin had. Let me go in there and break the TV and set it on fire. You know, shit like that happens to YouTubers. So it's either I came to conclusion, either I have to just, waste the money because I'm not here, or I have to move all my stuff out, which is not a lot. I haven't been to Manhattan yet, though. I've heard of that one. Hopefully you'll visit. No, yeah, like I said, my next country is South Africa, and I will go to Ethiopia. Who know when you'll be back once you leave? Yeah, that's why I said I'm gonna stay here to cover those top countries and the ones that I really want to go to, like Reunion and Madagascar and Mauritius, and then I'll leave with plans to come back. It's certain places that I'll always come back to. It's certain places that I'll always come back to. And yes, subleasing is available in most African countries. Most African landlords don't care if you put it on Airbnb. But places like Thailand, I love Thailand. Even though I've said some shit about it before, I would still go back there. I love Kenya. I love Senegal, Brazil, Colombia. Those places will be frequented probably for the rest of my life. But we are at 1 hour and 47 minutes. It is midnight. I got some stuff to do in the morning. So we will go back to West Africa. Like I said, Senegal, I love. But I have some stuff I have to do in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this live up. I hope you guys enjoyed my rant I went on. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see me go on more live rants, because I can rant very easily. And somebody said, am I going to the Portuguese-speaking countries like Sao Tome, Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde, Angola, and Mozambique? 100% I'm going to Angola and Mozambique and Cabo Verde as well. Oh, we got a lot of ones, so we will do some more rants. Even Anonymous said he wants to see a rant. That's new. Okay, so next time we will get we'll get another topic and I'll go on a rant. Your live numbers are almost as good as the pre-recorded stuff. Yes. But we're getting down to the last little bit of this cigar, and I don't want my head spinning while I'm on camera, but this will put me to sleep. Also, one more tip. If you go to Ghana and they have you try their local alcohol, it'll be like in a bottle of Hendrix gin or Seagram's gin or Smirnoff vodka, but they'll put all this stuff in there. Be careful, because I had 2 of those drinks. It had gin and they put some other stuff in there, and they told me, "Oh, this will make your dick hard." It didn't do it. It didn't work. It didn't do that. What it did was got me super lit to the point where I was dehydrated. My head was throbbing like a damn heartbeat. And I called the police the next morning because I thought somebody had robbed me. I brought somebody back home with me and I woke up. I couldn't find my sunglasses. I couldn't find my Cash App card. I couldn't even find my charger. I'm like, this girl done got me for my damn charger. She got me, this bitch took my sunglasses. I was like, fuck. I called the police and they was like, you need to come to the police station and do a report. So basically they said it's not important enough to us. I started looking. Somehow that drink hit me and I got my sunglasses and my charger and I threw it all under the bed while I was lit. I said I would never drink that shit again. Because next time somebody might have actually stole my stuff. Now my Cash App card, I dropped it. And it was somewhere. And I know I dropped it because somebody in the same neighborhood, I must have dropped it nearby my house. Somebody in the same neighborhood was trying to spend it in Ghana and in Osu. Somebody was trying to spend it, but I keep my Cash App card locked. My Cash App is my burner card. And no, I'm not talking about Marlo. Marlo and I never kissed. We didn't even hold, she wouldn't even let me hold her hand. So no, it wasn't her. It was somebody else. This was before I met her anyway. But yeah, all my stuff, I had put it under the bed. Yeah, in the United States, the police would have showed up. They would have showed up and wrote the report down. The United States police, they want to take somebody to jail. Yeah, they want to. Cash App. So let me tell you something about that. He said Cash App transfers do not work overseas. They actually do. Wise card. I recommend the Wise card and the Cash App card. The only thing is Cash App card works every single country in the world. In the Philippines, it didn't work, but all you had to do was turn on the VPN and it worked. But it doesn't work when you swipe it. You had to pull money out the ATM. But the Wise card does not work everywhere. I believe it was working in Ghana. It worked in Senegal. It doesn't work in Kenya. It doesn't work in Tanzania. It works in Rwanda. It doesn't work in Uganda. I think it works in Zambia too. And yeah, I have M-Pesa. On my last one of my videos I put up, I think it was yesterday, I showed where I was paying for the stuff with my M-Pesa. That might have been the one I did that played tonight. But yeah, when you travel, you gotta get a Wise card, you gotta get a Cash App card. Cash App card you can lock because there's a lot of scammers out overseas. You might swipe your card at the wrong place. It's in the States too, but it's more common overseas. You can lock your Cash App card. Now, I keep no money on my Cash App. I'll always just load it as I'm about to use it. The Cash App does not work in Brazil. I will agree with that. At the ATM, it will, but it doesn't. But that's gonna wrap up today's live. About to get ready to lay down. I appreciate everybody that donated, that came through, everybody that dropped cash. Let me see. No cash apps, but I appreciate everybody that came through and showed love. I love y'all too. I appreciate it. I will see y'all next time. Thank you very much. Wait, let me make sure I read all the super chats. Just try being you. Do not try to please everyone. You are young ones. Absolutely. That's the best thing I can do, and that's what I know how to do best. Thank you very much. But yeah, I will see you guys next time.